Digging deep beneath the wave, I'ma prop your peace. Steady taking space, let me just breathe. Let me just be. Gonna choose what's good for me. I'm finally free. Paddle in the pavement, do my singing in the shower.
This reading is going to be on the Lineage Big Bear cold storage facility that is currently on fire in Los Angeles County, specifically Boyle Heights. This storage is said to have stored a lot of our food supply. And they claim that, you know, the contractor workers were like working on solar panels on the roof, and that's how it caught on fire. I don't know if everything is still on fire. Let me check. What I feel like is happening is I think that there's a conspiracy going on. Do I think that it's actually on fire? Absolutely. Because it's been smoky a lot, and we can smell things burning currently. There was a lot of smoke today while I was at work. So, but I'm more so saying, like, I think that it was an act of arson, because that was our food supply. And why is it taking so long for them to put out a fire? And I saw the pictures on Google, and it didn't look bad. That shit could have been put out, like, just throw some flour on it. That's usually what they do. And they throw flour or starch instead of using water. And they claim they can't use water because the circuits and everything is, you know, whatchamacallit, it's water sensitive, so they can't. But it's like, you have other alternatives to put out fires, like flour or starch or whatever the fuck. So it's like, they're taking too long to put out this fire. So I want to know what's going on. Like, was this an accident? Like, first I'm gonna get the energy of the mayor and Gavin Newsom, and you know, they're doing press control, you know, saying, oh, we got it under control, da, 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 da. So I just want to see what's the genuine energy spirit of Gavin Newsom and Karen Bass in regards to this fire currently taking place, of Governor Gavin Newsom in regards to the Boyle Heights fire currently taking place right now. This is current genuine energy. You feel like home to me? What else? What is Governor Gavin Newsom's current? I don't know what to say to you. I wish it was less complicated. I'm still confused about it all. I feel ashamed for what I've been doing with my life. Y'all, okay, we're gonna get to his energy in a second. What about Karen Bass? What's Karen Bass's genuine energy towards the I'm scared of being vulnerable with you. I need more time to reflect on myself. I know you're the one, and that scares me. I'm walking away. Walking away made me realize how much I love you, and I know I've let you down. I know you're the one for me, and I've been trying to forget you again. Okay. We're gonna start with Gavin Newsom's energy first. We're gonna start with this motherfucker's energy first. He's on his way out, right? They're currently still holding ballots to elect a new governor. He feels like, okay, so first, he don't know what is going on, okay? If it's an inside job, we're gonna get to that in a second. If it's an inside job, he really doesn't know what's going on. Like, he don't know. Like, he's not, and he doesn't like being blindsided, because he don't like feeling blindsided, y'all. It takes a direct hit to his ego. And I guess while he's leaving the office, he wants to go out with a bang. And being blindsided, he feels like it doesn't look good on his part. Honestly, he was debating back and forth. Should I say something? You know, what should I say? And people was like, you need to say something. Like, you need to say something, because honestly, like, I don't know. It's like, it'll benefit him in the future somehow, some way. If he says something, or if he tries to do damage control. He feels like, first off, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what actually happened. I get the gist of it, but I don't know if that's what actually happened. And it's a mixture of that, and also, like, how is this gonna make me look? When it comes to Karen, a part of her feels like an imposter. Like, this is not her expertise. Does she even have the right to say something? Like, I don't know. Part of her feels like that. So, y'all, there's not a sense of urgency either. When it comes to these people, there's not a sense of urgency. They're not worried. They're not concerned with the fire itself. It's more so about personal feelings, and as a person in leadership, how they're perceived, and their expectations that are placed on them, surrounding taking care of the situation, and just a lot of damage control, a lot of press obligations. They feel obligated to speak to the press. But Gavin is like, we're still like, how does this make me look? But see, he needs to look at it from Karen's perspective, because I think with Karen's perspective, she's like, we have fires all the time. Like, we have fires all the time, and she's just like, it just so happens that one happened while I'm, mayor or whatever the hell. And I'm just like, and she's just like, I don't know what to do. Gavin wished that it wasn't happening. At least not right now. And it's like, people might not even be looking at it from his perspective of like, oh, you let this happen. How could you let this happen? Like, I don't know. I think Gavin has like some sort of God complex. This individual was very egotistical. And my mom doesn't like him. My mom does not like him. She calls him an asshole all the time. And I never really paid attention to him. But I can kind of see how, I do see here that he could be pretty egotistical and have a God complex. And I can kind of see how that could easily tread the line between being an asshole. I can. It's not, it won't be hard at all to be an asshole if you already have like this God complex about yourself. But, child, that's how they feel. Okay. All right, my next question is, was this fire an act of arson? Was this fire an act of arson? Was this fire in Boyle Heights on top of the roof an act of arson? We have the Five of Wands. The Four of Wands. Oh, okay. Y'all, what the fuck? Okay. I think that whoever runs this facility and whoever's in charge of like maintenance and all that, making sure the facility is being taken care of, or maintenance, they were being cheap. And they hired some janky ass company to install or do whatever the fuck they paid them for. And they fucked up. They made a mistake. They didn't know what they were fucking doing, and they started the fire. It was an accident. And you know what? The whoever's in charge of maintenance was being cheap and didn't want to put in, didn't want to pay for a good job. That's what this is, y'all. That's crazy. I'm gonna ask one more time, because this don't add up. This don't motherfucking add up. Hold on. I'm gonna ask one more time, y'all. Or should I ask, was hiring a faulty maintenance crew done on purpose, like to destroy the food supply? I'm gonna ask that. Was hiring a faulty contractor crew done on purpose to destroy Los Angeles food supply? The Six of Cups in reverse. The Queen of Swords. The Eight of Pentacles. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I think that this facility's maintenance, something wasn't up to date with like inspection codes or something like that. Like for example, they say that they were trying to install solar panels. I think that was a requirement from the state, or from the city or whatever the fuck, to install panels or something for environment friendly purposes. And so he didn't want to do that. And I feel like it's a male here, or it's a group of men, probably like two or three. I'm leaning more towards two. And they might be Hispanic. One is darker skinned and the other one is paler skinned, but they're both Hispanic. I don't know. But they weren't prepared for those costs, and so they hired a janky person. They were being cheap, and then the motherfuckers fucked up and started a damn fire. The city was on their ass, yeah, about it. Yeah, the city was on their ass about these solar panels. Child. I didn't expect this at all. I'll be fucking damned. I'm gonna do some research. Like, who owns this facility? Will the fire department get the fire under control for good? The Hanged Man, the High Priestess. Oh, okay, okay, y'all. Okay, it didn't start out as a way to damage our food supply, but they spun it as such. And now they're profiting off of this incident. They're prolonging it, basically. They're prolonging it. Yeah. The fire department got word to prolong the shit. Shady. Because that's what I'm saying. Because I'm like, that's why I was going to read pool. Because I'm like, it makes no sense. They have other alternatives to put out a fire instead of water. Why aren't they using it? And, you know, it makes sense. It makes sense now. Will they get the fire under control? Yes, eventually. But they're prolonging it. They're waiting. Y'all best believe somebody profiting off of this shit. In some multiple industries as well. But I think it's like the grocery stores or something. I don't know, y'all. But the thing is like, I think they're not seeing the financial results that they want to see from this incident. So they're prolonging it. They're waiting it out, honestly. Fire cause food shortages in California or in Los Angeles County moving forward. The Five of Wands. The Queen of Cups. Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah, for a little bit. A little tiny bit. It might be like a few weeks. 2 weeks. It's like whatever, whenever, okay, so like, if there's a new shipment coming in to the facility, then whatever was destroyed is going to be thrown out or whatever the hell. And then I feel like they get like shipments every like week or every 2 weeks. And then whatever is put there, whatever it gets shipped next to them after the fire is put out is going to be distributed. Yeah. So it might be a few weeks to a month. And I do see people buying up shit as well. I do. Possibly even fighting, like, over, you know, food, like, hostility over food. Ciao. But it's not for long. Not for long, no. Is this meant to get people to hurry and buy food? Is this fire meant to get people to hurry and buy food? Now, I was talking to a coworker earlier today, and she was like, you know what? She was like, I think you might be on to something. Like, we might be on the same page. Because she was like, you know what? The cost of food is, like, really high right now. People aren't buying any food. And she was like, what do you do when you try to, like, have a large sum of people have a sense of urgency to buy something? Or, you know, to feel like something's about to run out. Burn it or destroy it. And, you know, basically cause them to fear something running out. And then they'll hurry up and go buy it. She was like, that's what I feel like is happening. And I was just like, is this true? Y'all, there is some deception here. Yeah, there is some deception. But people aren't gonna fall for it. To be honest with you, y'all, a lot of people don't even keep up with the news in regards to this fire. A lot of people feel like we have fires all the time. We'll be fine. I remember it was this huge thing, and it was worldwide on social media when LA had a fire. And there was all this, and I currently lived in LA. And I lived next to Hollywood. I've lived in downtown LA for like 10 months. It's like, and the amount of fake news was on social media. It's like, you never really know how much how much it's fake until you're actually living it, right? I know people lie for clout, but damn, like the amount of AI, the amount of AI content being produced of skyscrapers on fire, and I literally could see the fucking skyscrapers from my window. There was no skyscrapers on fire. Like, y'all be lying. Y'all be lying as fuck. And I'm just like, bro, like, I don't even know where the fires were. I don't even remember. I think they were like somewhere like closer to the mountains in the valley. It was still Los Angeles County, but it wasn't the heart of Los Angeles. And I'm just like, y'all are y'all be lying. Y'all be lying y'all asses off. How would they help families impacted by the fire? Y'all, they not. What the fuck? They be like, here's a mask. Stay inside. Make sure your area is well ventilated or something. Or I don't know. Y'all, they're not. They're not. They're not. No. And if you think that, and if they are saying that they're coming to people's aid, they're lying. They're lying. We literally have the lying card here. And to be honest with you, I think most people are fine. I think who's being impacted the most is the homeless. And I think who's being protected the most are the people who have money or a place to stay. I think the homeless are the main ones being affected mostly. And they're not going to help the homeless. They're not going to shelter the homeless from fumes and smoke. They're not. No. Because you would think if they were interested in helping the homeless, they wouldn't be homeless. You would think. But whatever. It's going to be the impact. What? Okay. It's not supposed to be in there. What's going to be the impact on California moving forward from this fire? Y'all, hold on, let me finish pulling. And then we have the Three of Cups. Let me move this up a bit. Okay. Okay. Well, I don't see anything major. The biggest thing that I'm seeing, well, I'm seeing a lot of little different things. People are going to continue to party. People are going to continue to go to their events and venues. Ain't no smoke stopping shit. And clearly, because I went to work today and girl, I'm talking about y'all. Never mind. That's off topic. But things are going to keep moving along very slowly. California, there's still going to be people struggling. There's still going to be people struggling to make ends meet. The cost of living, I don't see the cost of living going down too soon. To be honest, eventually, yes, I do think that there is some help coming to California when it comes to like policies or laws or something like that. Also, y'all, they discontinued the penny. I'm just like, what the fuck? I found out today. But what's I gonna say? We're gonna get a new governor. We're gonna get a new governor, and it's most likely a male. Hopefully it's Matt, but it might be that Xavier Bakura. Y'all, I don't too much like that Xavier Bakura because I pulled energy on him. I pulled cards on him, and me personally, I feel like he's just for his race of people. And and California is kind of sort of a melting pot. Like, there's a lot of different ethnicities here. But there is mostly Hispanic. I have to argue that. However, Hispanics are not the only race that occupy California. And so I think it does a disservice to other races to vote someone who's only for their people. I say vote Matt Mahan. I haven't made it to the polls yet. I just haven't been feeling like it, low-key. I haven't even been feeling like going to work, y'all. But I'm working on myself. I'm a work in progress. But I say vote Matt. Matt was the mayor of San Jose. He kept his promises. He kept his promises of welfare. He cleaned up the streets. And he even paid homeless people to clean trash off the street. Matt. And honestly, they try to shit on the governors, the candidates, and it's like, I saw that post on Instagram, and it's like they had nothing bad to say about Matt. All they said was he seems like a weird guy. And I was like, what the fuck? Y'all are weird as fuck. A man, and he's coming in very logical, very cold, very stoic, very stern. I mean, there is some luck for California, but things are going to move along pretty slowly. I'm talking about through 2027. I think that California's main focus is construction for the Olympics. I'm sorry, I hate to say it, y'all, but most of the money most of the funding is going to Olympics related maintenance, Olympics related. That's going to be pushed to the new governor's forefront constantly. What about the Olympics? And I'm sorry, but there's not going to be no government funding, barely, to assist with any expenses, you know. I mean, some good things, but not very life-changing. Maybe for some, but y'all, it just feels like where the way California is going, it just feels like a dread. Very much like now. People are just trucking along. People are just going with the flow. Honestly, electing a new governor is not really gonna do much. They're just gonna occupy a seat. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, okay? And I'll see you guys next time. All right, bye.